I feel there's good in you when you're standing on my arm. Oh, I feel there's good in you when you're setting off your alarm. And baby, love's just like the wind. With some you'll lose, with me you'll win.
9870 Echo 1.6.
Okay, go.
Hello, from 61930, touch and go with 300 degrees, 10 knots.
Welcome to Cardiff Airport and congratulations on the purchase of your first flying lesson. You can probably tell from my uniform that I'm an airline pilot. These days I fly a big passenger jet. It's a 300-seater aeroplane. But it all started with a trial lesson in a little aeroplane just like this one, the one you're about to fly. We can actually let you take some control of the aeroplane so you can experience what it's like to fly a light aircraft. Today we're going to have a look at exercise 3 of the UK private pilot's licence. Now you've bought an Air Experience flight and it may just be a pleasure flight for you, but believe it or not, this is actually a real flying lesson and this forms part of the pilot's licence. So come with me, we'll go into the flying club and we'll meet Graham and follow him through the day and see if he enjoys it. Hi Graham, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Welcome to the Flying Club. Well, if you want to take a seat, we'll have a quick chat about the flying lesson, what we're about to do today. Today we're going to be flying this little light aircraft. You've had the voucher bought for you, or you've bought it yourself. Is this something you've been thinking of for a while?
Well, it was bought for me as a surprise.
Right.
And, to be honest, it's something I've always wanted to do, is to fly. I think it's everybody's dream, and I'm really looking forward to it. Like you say, it's a brilliant day, it's fantastic out there. And but I do have a question for you.
Okay.
If I really like it,
Yeah.
and I want to go further with it, then how long would it take for me to learn or to get a pilot's license and to fly on my own?
Lessons about an hour, so you're looking at 45 lessons roughly to get your pilot's license, and then you'll be able to take passengers. But believe it or not, you could be flying on your own in 10 lessons. 10 lessons.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and then you can start going further afield. So maybe you might want to pop across to Dublin, over in Ireland, or you could pop over to the Channel Islands. Maybe even go to France.
Wow, it sounds such a fabulous freedom to have.
Yeah, it is. And
This
today,
is where we'll be flying today.
yes, and
Where exactly are we?
right, we are in Cardiff Airport, which is here. That's that circle there, and this just shows the local area. So we'll be taking this up with us in the flight.
Yeah.
Basically so we can see the general area and decide where we're going to go. Now, if you could point out roughly where you live, this is the city here. We'll try and fly over your house.
Well, I live in the north of the city, so that would
Okay.
be about here.
About here?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Well, we're going to be taking off from Cardiff Airport, and the first thing we'll notice when we get airborne is all the coastal areas. So it's quite easy to navigate around here. So we'll take off to the right, and we'll fly up to the north of Cardiff, and we'll see if we can find your house. So that'll be like something to aim for, and we'll have a little look around.
That's great. That's great.
The most important thing about today is I want you to enjoy yourself, right? There's nothing you need to remember. This is just for you to experience flight, and I just want you to sit back and relax and just enjoy what's going on. So don't sort of think you need to remember anything specific. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you like a few little tips about the day and some things to look out for. just so you know what I'm doing when we go out there. So we've looked at the general area where we're going.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen, we're going to wander out to the aircraft shortly. And there's lots of things we need to do before we can take the aeroplane up into the air. And it's all based on safety, because the most important thing about flying is safety. So we're going to check the aeroplane to make sure that everything is working correctly.
Two wings, two wheels, that
wings,
type of thing.
exactly. Kick the tyres and light the fires. You've heard that said. But what we're going to do is we're going to wander around the aeroplane, and I'm going to take you around and I'm going to show you all the little bits on the aeroplane and what we need to check and why before we go flying. Once we've done that and that we're happy that everything's okay, we'll get inside the aircraft, we'll strap ourselves in, and then I'll explain some of the controls inside. The things that you're going to be looking out for today are the engine start procedures, because I'm going to get you to start the engine, which I think is a nice little thing to be able to do. And then we'll taxi. Now the word taxi means driving the airplane on the ground. Now when you taxi about, obviously we're not flying. We need to steer the airplane on the ground. And believe it or not, you don't actually use the control yoke with your hands. Any idea how you steer the airplane on the ground?
No, not really.
You actually use your feet. You use your feet, yeah. Left foot makes it go left, right foot makes it go right.
It's a bit like a video game, perhaps.
Absolutely, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to steer the aeroplane around the apron. We're using our feet, and I'm going to get you to do that.
Okay.
Okay. The next stage, we need to check the aeroplane just before we go flying. So what we need to do then is make sure the engine is working perfectly. So you're going to hear some strange noises. I'm going to be running the engine up quite powerful, and we'll be checking the power settings, making sure that the temperatures are correct on the gauges, making sure that the electric systems are working. We'll make sure we've got enough fuel, and we'll be checking all the flight controls.
There's more to this than I thought. I thought I was just turning up and just sort of climbing into a plane and being
Well, you are
shot
actually.
around for an hour.
You are, but these are all the things that are going to be going on in the background. So
Right.
don't
So
let it overwhelm you.
It's not just flying, it's like being a pilot, really.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay, Graham. So once we've started the engine and we've taxied around and we know that everything is safe to go flying, we need to get the aeroplane on the runway, get permission off the air traffic control, and then we're going to be able to take off. Now, I just want to show you some of the things on the aeroplane that we're going to be using today. This is a big jet airliner, but they all look the same. They've got two wings and a tail. Now, we're going to go down the runway, and at a certain speed, we're going to rotate the aircraft into a certain pitch angle, and that will cause it to lift off the ground and we'll fly away. Now, the things we're going to be doing today is steering the aircraft in roll, left and right, and also in pitch, up and down. And then we also have a power control, which is like the sort of foot pedal in your car, you know, faster and slower. But actually we do that with our hand. So whilst I'm doing the takeoff today, what I'd like you to do is hold on the controls with me. Just gently hold on and follow me through so you can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, I've seen that in films.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Well, have you noticed in the films there's always two controls in an aircraft? And the reason for that is because obviously learning to fly you need two controls. But if there's a co-pilot or a captain, then they can take it in turns to fly the aircraft. And the most important thing about aviation is backup and safety. So if something failed on one side, you've got the other side to use as well. So everything that I'm doing, you'll be able to copy me on your controls. So that when we do take off, you'll get some input back from the control stick, and you'll be feeling the forces involved. And the most interesting thing you're going to find is how solid this aeroplane is in the air.
Is it hard to do these things? Is it like
it's quite gentle.
something that's hard to learn?
No, it's very instinctive. But it's like anything new. It's going to seem a little bit strange at first, but after a very short space of time, it's going to be very instinctive. And believe it or not, there will come a point in this flight where I will let go of all the controls and you will be flying the airplane on your own. Absolutely.
Great. Could I do it over my house? That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Wow.
And
something to tell the kids.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not going to be holding on, so you're going to be doing it. And that's what I want to get out of today.
Safe.
Absolutely.
I'm there.
I'm there.
Good.
So I'm going to talk you through it. I'm going to give you everything you need to know, and at the appropriate time, the key word that you're going to be listening for is you have control. And when you hear me say you have control, then it's all yours.
Okay. I think I can do that. How long will this flight take?
This flight's going to be 30 minutes in the air.
Yeah.
But
That sounds like, perhaps a long time for a first lesson. Is it a lot?
No, that's about the going sort of time. We're going to spend 15-20 minutes doing all the preparation things. And then when we get in the aircraft, from takeoff to landing, it's going to be 30 minutes. And in that time, we'll be able to fly right the way around the city, right to the outskirts, over your house. I'm going to show you some key sites.
Could I look at the Millennium Stadium?
Absolutely.
Can we do the Millennium Stadium?
Yeah. Millennium Stadium.
Right.
Would you like to? Well, we could see Cardiff Castle, and maybe have a look at the mountains to the north, and then perhaps we'll come back in along the coastline.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, we might even be able to get as far up as the Severn Bridge.
How big is it, this airplane? Is it very, very small? Or?
Well, the one we're using today is actually a 4-seater. It's got 4 seats in it. So there's going to be us 2 in the front and 2 empty seats behind. It's pretty much the size of a car inside.
Okay.
So, do you want to have a look at it?
I can't wait.
Come on then, let's
I've
go.
been building up for this for like weeks now. It's a perfect day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's just do it.
Okay, let's go then.
I feel there's good in you when you're standing on.
This aeroplane's got 2 tanks in each wing, so just have a look in there. Always have a little sniff because I know the smell of fuel. Make sure they put the right fuel in, but that, as you can see, that's full to the brim. So working our way along the leading edge. This is if the aeroplane gets struck by lightning, which is not a problem, it can take a lightning strike, you need to dissipate the energy. So this is called a wick, and what happens is all the static or the electric charge comes up through this wick as opposed to the actual aeroplane itself.
And the airplane is safe.
It's safe, yeah, absolutely safe, yeah. And usually the ailerons, we use these to steer in the air. So I'm just checking that they move okay. Okay, great. Now, we've got these headsets, 1 each. We need to use these to talk to each other because it's going to be quite noisy. Okay, so I'm just going to explain a few of the controls in the aeroplane for you. Now, at the moment it's completely silent and everything is switched off. So the first thing we need to do is to turn the power on, the electric system. Now that's that big red button on the left hand side there. Do you want to flip that on for me? These are our radios, which we're going to use to talk to air traffic control over in the tower. So I'm just going to turn the radio on. Now if you pop your headset on...
moved as well.
Oh, these are navigational instruments, which we're not going to use today. They'll come at a later date. The instruments we're going to use today, I'll explain in a few seconds.
Now, and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Can you hear that?
Cardiff.
Cardiff Tower, Golf Alpha Zulu Delta Juliet on the club apron. Request departure clearance and engine start, please.
Golf Alpha Zulu, Delta Juliet, Cardiff Tower, cleared published VFR 1-way departure, multiple altitude 1,500 feet, Cardiff QNH 1024, squawk 3640.
Roger, squawk 3640, we're cleared for the published VFR departure via Wemvo, not above 1,500 feet, QNH 1024, Golf Alpha Zulu Delta Juliet. Turn this key all the way to the right, and as you turn it, push in. And just keep your finger on.
Aero 76 on final.
Okay, go.
Aero 76, runway 30, touch and go, wind 300 degrees, 10 knots.
That's it.
Runway 30, Aero 76.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to release the brake pedals, which I told you in the classroom are on the tops. I'm going to release those. Now we should start moving. A little bit of power. Now here we go. And we're just going to go off to the right. So I'm pressing on the right foot. Do you want to follow me through on the pedals? Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to face the airplane into wind to test the engine. just before we take off, we need to turn all the lights on the aeroplane. But we'll wait for takeoff clearance before we do that. So I'm going to now line up on the holding point, take the brakes off, and we'll tell air traffic control we're ready to go. Now the final thing, when we actually take off, I want you to follow through on the controls. I want you to get a feeling of what it's like to do a takeoff. So I'm going to get you to hold on the controls and hold the thrust lever with me together. So let's practice that now. So when we put it forward, we're going to push it forward together, okay? That's when we're on the runway. So at the moment, just follow me through gently.
It's exciting. Everything's so big from down here, isn't it? It's not like
Golf Delta Juliet, PA28 has turned crosswind into the visual circuit. Runway 30, clear for takeoff, wind 290 degrees, 8 knots.
I feel there's good in you when you're standing on my arm. Oh, I feel there's good in you when you're setting off your alarm. And baby, love's just like the wind. With some you'll lose, with me you'll win.
How did you enjoy that?
That was absolutely fantastic. Brilliant.
Yep.
Well done.
Congratulations.
That was fantastic.
You've actually flown an aeroplane.
This myself. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
I loved it.
So we'll strap it down and we'll go back in and we'll get you a certificate. And then see you for your next lesson.
As well.
You get a certificate to say you've flown an aeroplane. We'll sign your logbook and see you for your next lesson.
I'll certainly be doing this again. That is just unbelievable.
Yep.
It was a really good, fun experience. And just to fly over my house like that, and to see Cardiff from above, the Millennium Stadium, and all the sights, it's just fantastic. Thank you.
Well, did you enjoy that?
It was absolutely stunning. It was fantastic. It was much better than I thought it was going to be. I was a little bit worried, I must admit, taking off, because it's very strange to be up front.
Yeah.
And that runway coming at me looked huge. And then we were up. Fabulous day, fabulous scenery, the Millennium Stadium, the coast, my house, flying over my house on my own.
And you flew it on your own?
Yeah, amazing.
I mean, there was quite a bit of time.
I thought I'd be sort of like just sitting and watching, but you actually had me flying it, and that was immense.
Without me at the controls, you were flying. I even put my hands up like this, so you knew it was all you.
Yeah.
And it wasn't difficult, was it? The final thing we'd like to do, Graham, today is to log the flight and make a record of it. And I'd like to give you a certificate, just as a sort of commemoration of what you've done today.
A certificate as well?
Yeah, and we have this pilot logbook for you. And what I'd like to do is write down the details of the flight. And for you to remember now that this counts towards a pilot's license, and if you decide you want to come back and have a little bit more, maybe work towards getting a pilot's license at some point, this counts. So we'll write those figures down, and then we'll fill out this certificate, and I can hand you that then to take away with you.
That's fantastic. It's been a wonderful day out. It's been exciting. It's always something that I've wanted to do, is to fly, and yeah, I'm really interested in doing more of this. So I've had a great time.
Excellent. Oh, I'm
It's
really
been
pleased.
everything and more that I could have wished for.
And it's been an absolute pleasure having you here today. Well done. Well
Thank
done.
you. I
Well done.
definitely am interested in coming to do more of this.
Great.